Welcome to Pullman, Washington. Martin Stadium, home to the Washington State Cougars, and the anticipation is running high on the Palouse. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see, the UMASS Minutemen taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Washington State Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. UMass will kick off and we'll be underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Washington State Cougars offense will get the first crack at it here. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
And not the optimum setup to try to salvage the opening drive with a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let him get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week, only called on once. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So UMass offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Kane. They are on the move. As they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 28. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Now from inside the red zone. He looks that one in nicely. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. 2nd down coming up. Quick completion on the out. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. UMass lines up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Minutemen! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that drive didn't have to cover a lot of ground, going 47 yards, and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. It's complete. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. That's the end of the quarter, and it's UMass holding the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats.
Washington State, 0.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Finds the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. The Cougars will line it up on 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That incompletion is an engraved invitation to the punt team.
In punt formation to kick it away.
A high kick trying to pin them deep. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Keeps the legs moving.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
Trying to get the edge on the right. And more yards after contact. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. After run, now throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
Big first down sack for the defense, brings up 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Safe completion on the screen.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? You've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that lead grows even bigger.
Washington State, 0.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Here's the return from inside his 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. Washington State will have to boot it away. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this. Split backs here. He'll start this drive firing. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Maddox. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game. Now on second down. Fires to the right. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. They'll snap it from the 48 on third and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Throwing right. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires toward the end zone. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have two left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Looks like you've had a very enjoyable day there today in Pullman. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas on the Palouse at Morton Stadium.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The UMASS offense returns to the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on third down. UMass quickly back to the line. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. He makes the connection. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. This UMass offense is moving quickly down the field.
This is exactly why third down is practiced every single day. Third and short, third and medium, third and long. It's money down for a reason. You got to lock in. Great success by the offense so far on third down.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Let's see what they do here on third and short from the 41. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. On fourth down, going to the air. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. First down here for the offense. Here's the give off the left side. Runs through the tackle.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way.
Well, they picked up that first running the football. That's good news for an offensive line that really has been getting pushed around and bullied in this game so far. Let's see what happens moving forward.
There's a great saying in football. It's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes. Well, my Jimmy's better than your Joe.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. I don't think when the quarterback called out the Mike backer that he knew that the Mike backer was going to come calling on him quite so quickly.
No, it was good timing, right? Like, you don't want to show it too soon with the offensive lineman, call it out and pick you up. You could tell, did a good job buying a little bit of time, and then on the snap, boom, shot out of a cannon, right to the quarterback, gets the sack.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Dialing up a second down pass play.
Yeah, and that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense is really...
He's got it down the left. And he's running in the open. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Minutemen. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
17, Washington State, 0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield. Offense gets set for second down. That's the end of the quarter, and it's UMASS holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking for a man, it's Montgomery. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20.
And man, I tell you what, I just love his instincts. You can tell when the ball's being passed, he sees it, and he breaks on the football. That's why he's in the top 10 in interceptions this season. Just such a great feel in the passing game, and you got to be careful when you attack him.
They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Fights off a defender. Pushing ahead, a tough run, picks up 4, it's down at the 15. UMass quickly back to the line. Looking for room, it's Conrad. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Trying to pick up a first down. Now the play fake. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that will extend their lead even further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Coastal Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there on the surf turf in Conway, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by 11 to James Madison. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Line getting set on second down. To the air, it's Montgomery. Flushed out of the pocket. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a deep.
Fires into traffic, picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
The UMass offense returns to the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. UMass will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. Fair catch just inside the 40. They'll start this drive with a pass. Snags it over the middle. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Looking to throw, it's Montgomery. Throws to the wideout. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try it on the ground. He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. The give out of the gun. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Using his legs, it's Conrad. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Well, after back-to-back losses, this team is really teetering on the edge of disaster.
They got to try to hold on to the positives, as hard as that is to do right now, having lost a couple back-to-back, because this team has good players, and they've got good schemes on both sides of the ball. Just things have not gone their way. They just need to make a few more plays to turn this thing around.
Yeah, and then they can do it, and they will do it. Listen, you got to get the players right. You got to get those guys in there believing. This is part of what happens. You got to take a few lumps sometimes, take those losses. But this team's going to figure it out. You can tell they got the right stuff.
So that's going to